Hello, steadfast Taurus. Today, July 22nd, 2026, may feel less like a dramatic turning point and more like the quiet moment when the first light reaches a landscape that has been changing all along. The shifts unfolding around you might not demand your attention all at once, yet they carry a quiet confidence, inviting you to notice what has been growing beneath the surface. If there are old disappointments, familiar fears or beliefs that no longer fit the person you're becoming, this is a meaningful time to loosen your grip on them. Like rich earth softening after gentle rain, your inner world seems ready to support something stronger and more lasting. You may also begin to recognize that progress doesn't always arrive with noise. Sometimes an opportunity appears just as your patience is being tested, asking you to trust that the work you've already invested is beginning to take root. The symbolism of steady growth feels especially meaningful now, reminding you that every thoughtful decision, every consistent effort, and every moment you chose perseverance over haste has quietly been building a foundation you can rely on. Your greatest strength isn't how quickly you move forward, but how faithfully you continue when the destination isn't fully visible yet. In your relationships, there is room for something to deepen naturally. Whether you're strengthening an existing connection or slowly opening your heart to someone who shares your values, the energy favors mutual trust rather than rushed promises. You may notice that emotional security begins to mirror the stability you work so hard to create in other parts of your life. Like a well-tended garden that rewards patient care, genuine connection often grows strongest when neither person feels pressured to force the next step. Your thoughts may be moving quickly, even while life asks you to slow your pace. That contrast isn't a weakness, it may simply be a reminder that rest has its own purpose. Taking intentional pauses can help you return with greater clarity, allowing you to see possibilities that constant activity might have hidden. Balance becomes especially valuable now because while your determination keeps you moving forward, your ability to restore yourself is what allows that progress to last. Many astrologers and symbolic traditions describe moments like this as invitations to realign with what feels deeply authentic rather than simply familiar. Today's atmosphere seems to encourage that kind of quiet honesty. Instead of chasing constant change, you may find yourself choosing what feels meaningful enough to nurture over time. Every challenge can become a chance to understand yourself more fully, and every small adjustment has the potential to reshape the path ahead in ways that only become clear with patience. Before continuing, remember that this is a general reading meant for reflection rather than certainty. Some parts may resonate deeply, while others may not fit your present experience, and that's perfectly natural. Keep what genuinely speaks to you and allow the rest to pass without concern. Your choices, your awareness, and the way you respond to each day remain the strongest influences in the story you're creating. Today, your symbolic numbers are 6 and 24. Gentle reminders of harmony, steady growth, and the value of building strong foundations. If these numbers appear throughout your day, you may simply choose to receive them as quiet prompts to stay grounded in what matters most. The color that best reflects today's atmosphere is moss green, a shade that echoes resilience, renewal, and the quiet strength found in nature. Wearing even a small touch of this earthy color can serve as a personal reminder to remain connected to your own steady rhythm. You may already sense that several areas of your life are slowly shifting at once. While not everything is within your control, there is wisdom in recognizing which parts truly belong to you and which are better released. You've always understood the value of showing up consistently, not because life is easy, but because meaningful results are built one careful step at a time. Let your effort come from devotion rather than pressure, and remember that resilience doesn't always look like pushing harder. It often looks like trusting yourself enough to keep moving with patience. There may also be relationships that ask you to see yourself more clearly. Setting a healthy boundary doesn't necessarily mean walking away. Sometimes it simply means honoring your own peace without closing your heart. As old expectations and inherited patterns begin to lose their hold, you create room for more authentic love, greater stability, and a deeper sense of abundance to enter your life. Trust that every quiet choice made in alignment with your values strengthens the life you're patiently cultivating, one season at a time. One of the strongest themes surrounding you now is the quiet release of burdens that no longer belong to you. You may be recognizing that some responsibilities, expectations, or emotional patterns were carried for so long that they began to feel like part of your identity. Perhaps they were inherited through family traditions, long-standing habits, or promises you made during a very different chapter of your life. Yet today's symbolism suggests something different. What once provided security may now be asking to evolve, and by gently loosening your attachment to these old structures, you make room for a life that feels lighter, more authentic, and more fully your own. This isn't about rejecting your past or forgetting everything that has shaped you. It's about recognizing which parts of your story have fulfilled their purpose and allowing yourself the freedom to grow beyond them. Like a garden that flourishes after old branches are carefully pruned away, new growth becomes possible when you create space for it, revealing strengths that have quietly been waiting beneath the surface. The energy surrounding your heart feels especially encouraging. The Ace of Cups speaks of emotional renewal, not through dramatic gestures, but through a genuine willingness to receive love with greater openness than before. If you spent years protecting your feelings by staying cautious, you may notice that your trust is beginning to return naturally, almost without effort. Healing often happens this way, not through a single life-changing moment, but through many small experiences that slowly remind you it is safe to hope again. Someone who has quietly admired you could find the courage to express what has long remained unspoken, or an existing relationship may reveal a deeper level of sincerity that brings renewed confidence. Rather than chasing perfection, you begin to appreciate the quiet comfort of a connection built on honesty, patience, and mutual care. You may also find yourself valuing emotional consistency more than grand promises, realizing that the strongest relationships are often built through everyday acts of kindness that quietly strengthen trust over time. The Chariot brings movement, but for you this movement feels purposeful rather than rushed. Taurus often prefers to move only after the ground feels solid beneath each step, and this card honors that instinct instead of challenging it. Rather than asking you to abandon your careful nature, it suggests that the preparation you've already done is making meaningful progress possible. Whether someone reaches across a distance to reconnect or you find yourself ready to close an emotional gap that once seemed difficult to cross, the momentum supports thoughtful action. A conversation that has lingered in silence may finally unfold with surprising ease, replacing uncertainty with a clearer sense of direction and bringing you closer to the stability you've been seeking. What once felt uncertain begins to feel manageable because you are no longer responding from fear, but from a deeper understanding of what truly matters to you. The Ten of Cups highlights the quiet joy that comes from building a life alongside people who truly value you. It suggests the possibility of stronger family bonds, a relationship growing into a deeper commitment, or simply discovering that home feels more peaceful than it has in some time. This sense of belonging isn't created overnight. It grows through shared experiences, mutual respect, and the willingness to show up for one another even during ordinary moments. Lasting happiness here isn't presented as an idealized dream, but as something created through everyday acts of trust, understanding, and shared purpose. The foundation you've been patiently strengthening begins to feel capable of supporting not only your own future, but the dreams you may one day build with someone else. The emotional security you have long hoped for starts to feel less like a distant possibility and more like something gradually becoming part of your everyday life. The Nine of Pentacles reflects the rewards of consistency. The care you've invested in your work, your skills, and your personal growth is beginning to show in ways that feel both tangible and deeply satisfying. You may start recognizing that success isn't measured only by external achievements, but also by the confidence that comes from knowing exactly what you're capable of creating. Financial confidence may develop gradually, yet it carries a reassuring sense of permanence because it has been earned through dedication rather than chance. You may also discover a quieter form of abundance, the freedom that comes from trusting your own abilities and recognizing the value of everything you've cultivated over time. This growing sense of independence allows you to make decisions from confidence instead of pressure, creating a future that feels both stable and deeply aligned with your values. Your well-being deserves the same steady attention you give to the people and responsibilities you care about. If your daily routine involves long hours at a keyboard or repetitive tasks, your wrists and hands may benefit from extra care, gentle stretching, and regular breaks. Small habits practiced consistently often have a greater impact than occasional dramatic changes, especially when it comes to maintaining your long-term health. Just as important is giving yourself enough restorative rest, because your body often speaks softly before it asks more firmly for your attention. Emotional tension can quietly settle into physical fatigue if it isn't acknowledged, so creating moments of stillness throughout your day can be just as valuable as completing another task. Reducing unnecessary stress and creating healthier rhythms will support both your energy and your long-term resilience, allowing you to continue showing up for your goals without exhausting yourself along the way. In your professional life, the landscape appears full of quiet potential. There may be opportunities to expand your skills, improve your position, or gradually increase your income. But these developments are likely to reward persistence more than urgency. Progress may arrive one thoughtful step at a time, and while it may not always feel dramatic, it is building something far more sustainable than quick success ever could. Even if your current circumstances don't yet reflect your long-term goals, that doesn't mean they define where you're headed. Small improvements, whether creating a more inspiring workspace, refining your approach, developing a new skill, or simply viewing familiar challenges from a fresh perspective, can have a meaningful impact over time. Every adjustment you make today becomes another stone in the strong foundation you're patiently building for tomorrow. If you're currently searching for a new opportunity, patience remains one of your greatest allies. A promising opening may take a little longer than expected, yet that extra time can allow the right circumstances to come together more naturally. What feels like waiting may actually be a period of quiet preparation, giving you the opportunity to strengthen your confidence and clarify what you truly want before the next door opens. When interviews or important conversations arrive, remember that quiet confidence often speaks more clearly than nervous urgency. The calm way you listen, respond, and present yourself may leave a more lasting impression than trying to have all the perfect answers. Trust the preparation you've already done, stay grounded in your own abilities, and allow each step to unfold at a pace that feels true to you. The opportunities meant for you rarely require you to become someone else. They simply ask you to show up as the most genuine and grounded version of yourself. If you're waiting for an opportunity to arrive, remember that not every worthwhile beginning appears on the timetable we imagine. Sometimes an extra pause allows circumstances to settle into place so that what eventually comes carries fewer complications and greater long-term promise. Delays are not always signs that something is being withheld from you. Occasionally, they are quiet invitations to prepare more fully for what you're about to receive. Patience may feel demanding today, but it can also become one of your greatest strengths because it teaches you how to recognize the difference between forcing a result and allowing one to mature naturally. If an interview, meeting, or important evaluation is approaching, take a slow breath before you walk in. People often notice calm confidence just as easily as they notice nervous energy, so trust your preparation and allow your natural steadiness to speak for itself. The way you carry yourself may communicate just as much as the words you choose, reminding others that quiet confidence often leaves the strongest impression. Financially, the atmosphere suggests a gradual release from old limitations that may have shaped the way you think about security or personal value. Beliefs that once encouraged you to hold back or settle for less seem ready to loosen their grip, making room for new possibilities to emerge. You may find yourself recognizing that true stability isn't created only by what you earn, but also by the confidence you develop in your own ability to create value over time. Rather than arriving through sudden luck, this sense of abundance appears closely connected to the steady work, thoughtful decisions, and persistence you've shown over the years. Like a field that quietly rewards every season of careful tending, your efforts are beginning to reveal results that feel both meaningful and lasting. What once seemed like slow progress may now reveal itself as a carefully built foundation capable of supporting much greater growth. You may also notice growing recognition for the qualities you consistently brought to your work. Whether those gifts are expressed through your career, a creative pursuit, or a personal project you've nurtured with care, others are beginning to see the value you've long been building. The skills that have become second nature to you may now stand out to people who are searching for exactly what you have to offer. Stay open to conversations, offers, or unexpected opportunities that could strengthen both your financial stability and your confidence in your own abilities. Sometimes prosperity begins with a single door opening in a direction you hadn't fully considered, encouraging you to step beyond familiar routines while still honoring the values that have guided you this far. As old worries begin to fade into the background, a healthier relationship with money can begin to take shape. Instead of making decisions from fear or scarcity, you're encouraged to respond from a place of self-trust and thoughtful planning. This shift is about more than improving your finances. It is about believing that you are capable of creating lasting security without constantly questioning whether enough will ever arrive. The time and energy you've invested over the years have not been wasted, even if the reward seems slow to appear. They are becoming part of a stronger foundation that supports not only your present needs, but also the future you have patiently envisioned. As your confidence grows, financial choices may begin to feel less like reactions to uncertainty and more like intentional steps toward the life you genuinely want to build. In matters of the heart, there is gentle encouragement to value the connections that bring you genuine peace. If you're in a newer relationship, allow it the space to unfold naturally, rather than rushing towards certainty. Every meaningful bond develops its own rhythm, and sometimes the strongest relationships are the ones that are given room to deepen gradually, instead of being pressured to reach milestones too quickly. Trust grows through shared experiences, honest conversations, and the willingness to meet challenges as partners instead of opponents. If you've been together for years, this may be a beautiful time to recognize how much you've already built together and to take another meaningful step because it feels right for both of you, not because of outside expectations. Small gestures of appreciation and consistent support may strengthen your connection, even more than grand declarations ever could. If you're single, choose your next connection with intention rather than urgency. Not everyone who enters your life will be ready to offer the same emotional steadiness that you're seeking, so give yourself permission to observe before becoming deeply invested. Taking your time isn't a sign of hesitation. It reflects your desire to build something genuine rather than temporary. The right relationship is less about finding someone quickly and more about meeting someone whose values create a genuine sense of mutual trust. When your own heart feels open, grounded, and unhurried, you're more likely to recognize the kind of love that can truly grow alongside you. The healthiest connections often begin with a quiet sense of ease rather than constant uncertainty, allowing trust to develop naturally with each shared experience. Your family life also carries the possibility of gentle renewal, whether through heartfelt conversations, shared moments at home, or a growing sense of understanding. Old tensions may begin to soften in ways that strengthen the bonds you value most. Even small moments, a shared meal, a thoughtful conversation, or simply being present for one another, can quietly restore closeness where distance once existed. Home becomes more than a physical place. It becomes a feeling of acceptance, encouragement, and emotional safety. As warmth and openness continue to replace old misunderstandings, the people closest to you can become an even stronger source of comfort and resilience. You may also discover that your willingness to listen with patience encourages others to do the same, creating a more peaceful atmosphere for everyone involved. The support you both give and receive creates a foundation that extends beyond yourself. Small moments of kindness, shared traditions, and simple time spent together may become lasting memories that quietly shape the future. These everyday experiences often carry more meaning than we realize in the moment, gradually weaving a stronger sense of belonging that continues to grow over time. Your grounded perspective, combined with a growing willingness to express what truly matters, helps create an environment where everyone feels seen and appreciated. As your own life continues to find greater balance, that sense of stability naturally reaches those around you, allowing your relationships to grow with the same quiet strength that has been taking root within you. In many ways, the peace you continue to cultivate within yourself becomes the very gift that strengthens the people you love, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond today. During this season of change, the people who truly care about you can become one of your greatest sources of strength. Whether through shared conversations, quiet encouragement, or simply knowing someone is standing beside you, those connections help remind you that you don't have to carry every responsibility alone. Sometimes the greatest comfort doesn't come from someone solving your problems, but from their steady presence reminding you that you are seen, understood, and valued exactly where you are. As your own sense of balance grows, that calm presence naturally extends into your relationships, creating space for understanding, healing, and new memories that will continue to matter long after this moment has passed. The trust you cultivate now has the potential to become one of the strongest foundations supporting the next chapter of your journey. Your energy feels especially strong today, though it may not always express itself in obvious ways. There may be several demands competing for your attention at once, making it easy to feel mentally stretched if you try to respond to everything at the same time. Like a river after steady rainfall, your energy has the potential to nourish everything around it when it flows with direction, but it can become overwhelming if it has nowhere to go. Rather than measuring your day by how much you accomplish, consider measuring it by how intentionally you use your energy. Give yourself permission to slow down, breathe deeply, and return your attention to what truly deserves your focus. Even a few moments of quiet reflection can help you regain the clarity needed to move forward with confidence, instead of reacting from unnecessary pressure. One quality worth nurturing today is quiet confidence. Hope isn't simply wishful thinking, it grows from remembering how many challenges you've already navigated and how much wisdom you gathered along the way. Every experience, even the difficult ones, has quietly strengthened your ability to recognize what truly deserves your time and commitment. The dreams that matter most to you deserve steady dedication rather than constant urgency. Trust that moving at your own pace doesn't diminish your progress. In many cases, it's exactly what allows lasting growth to take root. Like an old tree that becomes stronger with every passing season, the progress built patiently often proves far more resilient than success achieved too quickly. At the same time, patience continues to be one of your greatest teachers. If you notice yourself becoming frustrated because life isn't unfolding as quickly as you'd like, treat that feeling with curiosity instead of judgment. Sometimes impatience is simply a sign that your heart is eager to step into the future you've been imagining for so long. Some opportunities require a little more time because they are still finding their proper place within the larger picture, aligning with circumstances you may not yet be able to see. By allowing events to develop naturally, you give yourself the chance to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. That quiet trust in timing often becomes the difference between forcing a door open and walking through one that is truly meant for you. Another area worth watching is the balance between maintaining your standards and remaining open to different perspectives. You naturally appreciate quality and reliability, and those qualities often help you create stability for yourself and others. People frequently turn to you because they know you'll approach situations with care and consistency. Even so, not everyone approaches life in the same way, and different methods don't always lead to lesser results. Choosing understanding over unnecessary disagreement doesn't mean compromising your values. It simply allows your wisdom to be expressed with greater kindness and effectiveness. Listening with genuine curiosity may reveal insights that strengthen your own perspective while preserving the harmony you value so deeply. If you're currently studying or learning a new skill, let your curiosity lead the way. Don't hesitate to ask thoughtful questions, explore subjects more deeply, and look beyond the information that's immediately presented to you. Real understanding often develops through the willingness to keep exploring long after others are satisfied with simple answers. The more genuinely you seek understanding, the stronger and more lasting your confidence will become. Knowledge gained through curiosity has a way of staying with you long after the lesson itself has ended, becoming a resource you can draw upon again and again whenever new opportunities appear. When it comes to compatibility today, certain connections may feel especially supportive. Conversations with Virgo could bring practical insight and a shared appreciation for thoughtful planning, helping you organize ideas that have been quietly taking shape. Cancer may offer warmth, emotional reassurance, and a comforting sense of understanding that reminds you how valuable genuine emotional support can be. Meanwhile, interactions with Capricorn can inspire meaningful discussions about long-term goals, shared values, and building something that will stand the test of time. These are simply symbolic tendencies for reflection rather than fixed outcomes. But remaining open to these interactions may provide unexpected encouragement or a fresh perspective that stays with you throughout the day. Steadfast Taurus, thank you for spending this time here. Sharing these moments of reflection is a reminder that growth often begins with a willingness to pause, listen, and reconnect with your own inner wisdom. If today's reading encourages you to look at your path with a little more hope or a little more clarity, carry forward whatever genuinely resonates and allow everything else to drift away naturally. These reflections are not meant to decide your future. They're here to help you notice the quiet guidance that already exists within you and to encourage thoughtful choices that feel true to your heart. If this message brought you comfort or inspiration, I truly appreciate your support through a like and a subscription so we can continue sharing thoughtful readings together. Wishing you a day filled with steady peace, meaningful connections, renewed confidence, and the quiet assurance that every patient step you take is helping shape a future that reflects the life you're carefully creating.